Anderson. Rob's writing was born more from a need than a want. The murder of his son, Brendan, created that need as a way to bleed out the poison of his son's death. I was blessed in that I was able to give a voice to my suffering, he says, to let it in, let it out, and let it go. Rob has had multiple articles published and has written 2 books on the process of feeling better after the death of a child. My greatest joy comes when someone says I helped them. It is then when I turn around, pat them on the back, and say, "You helped yourself. Congratulations to you." With that, Rob Anderson.
No one lives a life unscathed. We've all had emotional challenges in our life. If you haven't had them, we will have them. The combined events in my life, a combat soldier in Vietnam, the death of my father, my father-in-law, our very best friends and their 2 little girls, had been but a whisper, the scream of losing Brendan. But tipped way, 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 way on the other end of that scale has been, is, and always will be the joy and the wondrousness of having Brendan in my life. This first poem speaks to a time period about 4.5 hours after I learned that Brendan had been killed, and I was asked to identify him at the morgue. This poem is about change. The cold steel door with the window to hell. I open the cold steel door with the window to hell. I stop, frozen in place. Against the wall, a gurney, dead body included. Male unknown, gunshot to the head, body set on fire. I'm told it could be my son. The sheet covering him reveals his face, twisted slightly to the wall. Locked in place, unseen, vacant. I gaze upon the face with fearful eyes. I don't know him. I don't know that person. What would you like me to do? Asked the coroner. I continue to stare at this young man with a bullet in his head, hair and eyebrows vanished, skin taut and crinkled. Please don't let me know you, I inwardly scream. Stiff, waxy, blurred features, existence voided, an empty suitcase. Show me his stomach, I whisper, body shaking. Our boy has his initials tattooed on his stomach. His mom and I were mad, made him look unclean. I'm asked to wait in the outer room while the sheet is rearranged. More dead body exposed. I open the cold steel door with the window to hell and step out. Ever been in a coroner's office to look at dead people? It's bright like the sun's in the ceiling bright, and quiet, underwater quiet. It's clean, but it smells. Smells of misery and fear, panic and pain. There's normal stuff, computers, pens, a chair pushed back when someone left for family and fun. Normal stuff feels painfully odd. It should be a battleground with blood-filled cups, an arm dangling from a coat rack, a severed foot jammed in the toilet. A head on a stick, screaming, screaming, screaming. But it's not. It's 9 to 5 ordinary. Moms, dads, brothers, sisters come here. Yes, that's him. Or yes, that's her, they say. Then leave to drift through their canceled lives. We're ready for you, Mr. Anderson, the ever-so-normal guy says in his ever-so-normal way, like a game show host calling on the contestant. Am I a winner? The 1,000th parent to open the cold steel door with the window to hell and ID their kid? Do I win a life returned? Should I say to him, thank you very much, or turn and run? I stay. Again I gaze upon this body, my heart thundering, and then, there they are, 3 telling letters, the initials of a son extinguished. Middle letter sliced in half by the knife that invaded for the autopsy. The cavern of the cut runs to his throat. One reckless, repulsive stitch hides nothing. He looks like slaughtered cattle. Guess they didn't expect me to see him like this. Guess they thought his face would be enough. Wrong guess. My trembling hands cover my mouth, tears splatter my shoes. Yes, that's him. That's my boy, I mumble. What did I just say? I did not say that. That's not what I said. Can I take it back and start over? I want to vomit and make this room dirty, dirty as my son's death. His right hand sticks out from under the sheet, frozen at an on angle, like he's waving to me, saying, "Bye, Dad. Sorry about all this." For 21 years I held that hand, a warm, lively, and alive hand. I hold it one final time, press it to my cheek, kiss it goodbye, kiss my son into eternity. I love you. I open the cold steel door with the window to hell and leave. I'm still leaving. This next poem, this is about then. That poem is about then. This poem is about now. That poem obviously doesn't beckon applause, so if you want to double up on this one, feel free. This is called Good Morning, My Son. This is a poem about appreciation. This is about the is, not about the was. Sliding out of bed, feet over the side, I say, "Good morning, my son." There's no response, none expected. I say it again, "Good morning, my son." That routine of comforting normalcy has graced many mornings. It feels good to speak those words. Not always so. I didn't always want to get out of that bed. I couldn't always get out of that bed, as that meant facing a reality of despair and but a faint echo of life, mine and his. An echo that grew dimmer and more distant with each choking breath. His death created such turbulence and terror I doubted my life would continue, doubted I would breathe with purpose. And yet, even as I protested, one breath brought me to another, and then another, and another, and somehow my life of less became a life of something, a life of more. Not the perfect life, that was dead, but because I feel my son, know my son, and remember all that is wondrous, a life of new has returned, polishing yet to be done. Smiles mixed with happiness, although not grand, it is real. I'm a different father, a different man, more appreciative, more thankful, less judgmental, less narrow, more open and searching. His death taught me those things. His life taught me those things. One slipper, another slipper. Good morning, my son. Thank you.